Hello, welcome to this installation session. This video is going to show you how to download the required packages that is needed for this video. And I want you to follow this video tutorial carefully. Follow every instruction and download exactly the versions of packages that will be explained in this video. Now, when it comes to the download session, you see video installing JDK and Eclipse, which is the video I'm recording now. Now go to the download Java JDK. You need the Java JDK 17 and you need the Eclipse. With the Java JDK, you need to go to this link and download exactly 17 LTS. That version contains the packages, especially the graphical user interface, that we are going to use in the course of this model. So click or go to this link and you navigate. You see that I selected JDK 17 LTS. Don't go to 21, just be on 17 LTS. It's very important. And if you are using Windows machine, which I presume most of you are using, scroll down to Windows, and in the package, we don't need a standard JDK, we need a full version. So select full JDK. Once you select full JDK, it changes here, then click on the MSI and download the package. So let's wait for it to download. Then we can copy to a location that we want. Okay, now the library or the package SDK has been downloaded. When you go to this location, we can find it here. So now we just have to install it. I have already copied it to my location where I have my installation files. So I have it here. So now let's install it. So we just double click on it and follow the instructions. We maintain all the settings as it is. Then we install. Now the installation is complete. Now let's see where we can find those files. Now when you go to C drive and program files, now we can see this folder Bell Soft. And we can see Liberica JDK 17 full version. So you have to make sure this is what you have installed. It's very important that you install this version. Also, there's something that I need to show you, or that you need to check to make sure your JDK is at the right location. Go to the start and just type environment or edit system environment variables. Then go to environment variables, then look for the path. Then you click on edit, make sure the Bell Liberica is on top. If by some mysterious reason it's not at the top, you can move it to the top. So that when you install the Eclipse, it will pick the version 17 as the default JDK. So here you can see that the Bell Soft Liberica 17 is the one at the top. So it's important that you check to make sure it's there. Okay, that's fine. So once it's there, we are good to go. So once the JDK has been installed, the next thing to do is to download the recent version of Eclipse. So we can go back to our interface. Let's go to the Eclipse. You click on this Eclipse location. Now, I think we have version 2024-03. So let's click on this link. Then we have this version. Currently, we have version 6, but let's continue to maintain the version 3. Now, try to download the installer version. There are others that you can download. the zip files, etc. But here, let's maintain it so that Eclipse installer now includes this. So we want this version. So come to this site. Since you are using Windows, click on this link to download this one. So we click on it and we click on download. So it's very important that you download it from this session, not within this area. So we click on this and click on download. Then let's wait for it to finish downloading. So now it's done downloading. Let me go to the location and copy it to my tools folder. I have all of them here. Let me just put it here just to have it at one location. Okay, so I paste it here. So now I'm going to install the Eclipse. Now it's very important that to run this, you right click on it and run it as an administrator. If you just double click on it, you may have some permission issues. So right click on it and run it as an administrator. So I say run as an administrator to start loading. So let's wait for it as it starts the installation process. Now here, select Eclipse or Eclipse ID for Java developers. It's very important. Select the first one, Eclipse ID for Java developers. Don't go to the second or the third, the first option. So you click on that one. Now here we can see that it's selecting a different version of Java JDK. Make sure you select Liberica. It's very important. I have other Java JDK, I think the one that we use for the scalar. If that's what it's selecting, please make sure you change it to Bell. It's very important. We don't want to use any other Java JDK. We want to use the Bell one. So again, you can see that from here, it was using Java JDK 22 from a different location. I don't want that one. I want this. So select the Liberica JDK 17 full, the one that we selected or we just installed. I'm repeating again. When you reach here and has selected a different Java JDK, I'm very sure the one that we installed for Scala is also there. Make sure you change it from here and install the bells of Liberica, the full. That's what contains some of the packages we may use or we will use for this model. So make sure you have selected the Liberica DK17 full. You can maintain the installation folder at this location. So let's leave it. Let's create a shortcut and a start menu. And let's click on the install. So let's wait for it to continue to complete the installation. So now the installation is complete, so I can launch and see the first interface that pops up. So now Eclipse ID. So now it will ask you to select your workspace. So maybe let's assume, okay, I've created a workspace. Let's create some workspace, or I've created a folder on, let's see, let's create a folder called CTech 2710, call it workspace, just a place where we are going to store our files. So let me select that one as a workspace, which means all our project will be stored here. Then let me launch it. So now we have this window. Let me just exclude here. Okay, so let me hide this welcome screen. So now I have this interface. So now let's create our first project. Can go new Java project. Let's give our project name. So let's give the name. Let's say my first project. Let's maintain this. Yeah, we have Liberica. Then we don't need this. And let's go to finish. So now we have this project with our source file, and it's using 17. So also when you look at the Java runtime, we can see that it's picking the libraries or the package from Liberica. It's very important that we pick from here. Okay, so now we can create our first file by right-clicking on the SRC. Go to new, then go to class. This time we are creating a class, and let's call our class Hello World. Let's create our public static void. So we select it, then we click on finish. So now we have our area to code. So we can just say system.out.println, say hello world. Now we need to terminate. It's in semicolon. So now we can just click, or we can save it. Then we can just click on this run. Then we can see our hello world. So now we have installed our Java JDK from Liberica. We have installed our Eclipse. Now we have created our first class or file, and we have tested and run the program, which is working. So I want you to follow this video carefully to make sure you are at this point before we meet next time. Thank you, and I'll post another video to show you how to load packages, etc. See you next time. Bye-bye.